Hello again. I'm sure that viewers will have noticed that when discussing things such as immigration, crime or sex changes, those who are broadly in favour of allowing such things to continue unchecked are seldom articulate enough to debate the matter rationally. Instead, they fall back on a small lexicon of insulting expressions. They would not, of course, put it in such a way and would be outraged if this were to be suggested, but that nevertheless is what they do. Those who take the trouble to read the comments of those who dislike me and my opinions might have noticed that I am regularly accused of demonising, othering and dehumanising groups such as black people, illegal immigrants and homosexuals. Language of this kind is handy because, of course, it means that whoever does not like what I am saying is saved the trouble of thinking too deeply about the matter and can instead simply fall back on generating a few meaningless phrases of jargon. Suppose, for instance, I mention something which is indisputably true, that the Home Office, via proxies such as Serco and ClearSpring, is hoovering up all the private rented accommodation upon which they can lay their hands in order to get asylum seekers out of hotels. This is, of course, indisputably so, and so there is not much scope for opposing my view on the matter by traditional means, that is to say, actually talking about it calmly and reasonably. Instead, somebody is sure to say that I am demonising asylum seekers. It sounds terrible, doesn't it? What an awful person I must be to do something so horrible to those poor refugees. A moment's thought, though, will soon tell us that there is something odd going on. If I was actually wrong about Serco and ClearSpring, then of course the person who doesn't like what I say could simply set me right by giving facts which refute what I am saying. Accusing me of demonising asylum seekers, though, avoids the need for getting bogged down in tiresome details and at the same time paints me in a bad light. In recent years, the word demonise has become the exclusive property of the left wing in this country. It is, or until relatively recently was, a politically neutral word, which was more commonly applied to individuals than it was groups. It just means portraying somebody as being wicked and threatening. In its current usage, though, by saying that somebody is demonising this group or that, means that you can portray that person as being wicked or threatening. You see how neatly the usage of this word has been tweaked. You will seldom hear anybody use it now other than left-wing liberal types who are intent upon denouncing somebody whom they perceive as being reactionary or racist. The same applies to that other old favourite, othering. This just means suggesting that somebody belongs to a different group from somebody else. For example, as an English-speaking person born in this country, I belong to a different group from foreigners entering Britain as illegal immigrants. This is simply the case, but drawing attention to the fact is likely to see somebody say that I am othering illegal immigrants. It is no more than a piece of meaningless jargon. I'm heterosexual, and so if I say anything about homosexuals, immediately I can be indicted for trying to other them. I dare say that viewers will have buzzwords which they can add to the two examples which I have cited here. Dehumanising is a popular one at the moment. This can be used, like othering, if anybody discusses some group of which he is not himself a member. The purpose of these expressions is purely pejorative. They serve no useful function other than to denigrate an individual with whom one disagrees. Whenever I see them, I know at once that the person using them has no real arguments against what is being said, but feels that it will be easier and quicker simply to resort to the grown-up version of playground insults, rather than engaging in serious debate. Of course, right-wing people have their own favourite methods of avoiding the need to defend their views in an articulate and sensible way, but oddly enough, I'm seldom the victim of those tactics.